Just when you thought we were done with elephant ancestors, you'd be wrong. There are dozens, like I said in the last video. So in this creature feature, we're going to look at some of the more contemporary, some of the more recent cousins to the elephant that we know today. Perhaps the most well-known ancient elephant cousin is the woolly mammoth. Everyone who's seen the woolly mammoth, anyone who's seen an episode of the Flintstones knows what a woolly mammoth is. They evolved in Siberia about 120,000 years ago, and they survived all the way up to about 4,000 years ago on Wrangel Island just off of Siberia. So that means that there were woolly mammoths roaming the earth when the pyramids of Egypt were being built. That's nuts, isn't it? Woolly mammoths were about the same size as our modern elephants, but they had one distinct difference: that big, shaggy, insulative coat that helped them to survive the harsh ice age conditions of the tundra that they called home at the time. Speaking of mammoths, there is a mammoth that we have seen before coming up on this list. And if you go back to the Madera County Fossil Center, we have seen a skeleton of this beast. This is the Columbian mammoth, North America's largest elephant species. Ancient elephant species, I should say. Now, the Columbian mammoth could reach heights of 14 feet at the shoulder and can weigh 11 tons and had massive curled tusks that could be 16 feet in length. And the Columbian mammoth was a grassland specialist, feeding on grasses and sedges up until about 11,000 years ago, when the Columbian mammoth died out during the last megafaunal extinction that occurred worldwide, where we saw the disappearance of animals like mastodons, woolly rhinos, ground sloths, saber-toothed cats. They all went bye-bye. Speaking of mastodons, we're going to end this little list of ancient elephant cousins with the American mastodon. Now, the mastodon was smaller than today's elephants, but like the woolly mammoth, it had a shaggy brown coat. And the American mastodon roamed the plains of North America alongside the Columbian mammoth, although it differed in its habitat. While the Columbian mammoth and other mammoth species were grazing specialists, because of the shape of the molars of the mastodon, they're very conical. We know that they used their teeth to break down branches and twigs and tough, fibrous, woodland type vegetation. So while big trees may have had mastodons, none have been found here as of yet. But it's very nice to think that about 15,000 years ago, there might have been mastodons roaming right where we're walking right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this secondary countdown of ancient elephant ancestors and cousins. If you liked the video, be sure to give it that big thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow us on Facebook. The link is in the description. As always, this is Zach for All Things Wild. Have a wild day, everyone.